What's going on, guys? It's your boy Greatest Spartan here, and as always, before I get started off with the video, I just want to say thank you guys for all the support that you guys have been offering on the channel. Yeah, man, it's been an amazing last 4 years with you guys, going on 5 here in December. Sorry, I'm trying not to talk too loud. My nephew's over here asleep, but regardless of that,
Team deathmatch.
this is sort of my final verdict. Alright, not on Black Ops 4. If you guys want to see me talk about Black Ops 4, I know it's a couple of years out of its life cycle, but hey, who cares? Black Ops 4, still a phenomenal game, still a really good game. I play it, you know, this is where 90% of the content comes from. The other, 10% may come from 2K or, a live stream or whatever. But this is going to be my final verdict on Modern Warfare, alright? What I think about the game, what I liked about it, what I disliked about it, just what I thought they could have done better, and what I hope to see next year, or this year for COD 2020, alright? So, this is going to be a little bit longer of a video, so sit back, relax, enjoy the gameplay, and I don't know why I put that down there like I did, but regardless of that, so Modern Warfare 2019, alright, it was an interesting year for Call of Duty, simply because we haven't seen a Modern Warfare game since Modern Warfare 3, and we thought that this was going to be the year that returned Call of Duty back to glory. You know what I'm saying? We had such high hopes for the game. They were boasting how big and how new and improved their new engine was. Shout out to the Rampage shotgun for getting me a lot of kills in this game. Man, I am a terrible shot. Look at this. 3 shots. 4 shots finally gets him. But regardless of that, though, they were boasting about how good this new engine was, and, how the graphics were a step up from every single Call of Duty game that has been released up until this point. And you know what? We're gonna get in that. We're gonna get into that in just a little bit. But there were a lot of new things that we've seen this year with COD 2019. It was, Warzone was obviously, it wasn't new in terms of Call of Duty Battle Royales. Obviously, Black Ops 4 was the first to do that, but it was different. You know what I'm saying? We had different characters, different storylines and everything like that, and it was pretty cool for the most part. I mean, I don't like Battle Royale games just because, luck plays too big of a part in it. Plus, I don't do really good with Battle Royale game modes. Obviously, Fortnite, Apex Legends, Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, whatever. No, I'm playing on this time. But regardless of that, though, the campaign was something else that was new. In terms of new characters, we had Gaz, or otherwise known as Kyle Garrett. We didn't know that his name was Gaz until it was revealed at the end of Modern Warfare 2019. Also, Adir and Kareem, or what's her name? Forgot her name, but they called her Kareem. Commander Kareem, I guess. Those were 2 new characters, and Nikolai made a return. Captain Price was obviously a big selling point within this campaign mode, but like I said, it featured a lot of new characters we haven't seen. Like I said, Farah, yeah, that's her name. I had to think about it. Farah, Hadir, the Wolf, the Butcher. All these new characters were really dope, and we haven't seen them in a while. And I love the fact that Infinity Ward was able to come up with a new storyline that was really interesting, right? So, that was really cool. another new thing we've seen this year with Modern Warfare 2019 was the gunsmith. They, you know, advertised this heavily before the game came out. They, you know, showcased many builds in terms of, you know, gunsmithing, like, you know, putting different stocks on M4s, different lasers. You could have different foregrips. They made it seem so realistic, and you could create so many Frankenstein builds. And you know, we've never seen this much customization in a Call of Duty game in a very long time, and you know, that was something new that Modern Warfare introduced this year, and it was something pretty cool, right? What else was new? Dead Silence wasn't a perk. That was new. That's gonna be in the things that I didn't like about Modern Warfare, and we're gonna dive into that in just a little bit. But Modern Warfare was a different experience for everybody. You know what I'm saying? They got rid of specialist abilities. Obviously, you had field upgrades, which replaced specialist characters and specialist upgrades and all that other good jazz. You had the specialist package, which was bought back. You know, different kill streaks. A lot of the kill streaks in the game were highly controversial, such as the white phosphorus, you know, committing war crimes and all that other good jazz. Listen, man, if you're gonna make a Call of Duty game, that's why they rate it R, okay, or M for mature, or whatever the rating is for the game, because there's gonna be some controversial, you know, stuff in it, right? I'm gonna try and keep the swearing to a minimum, okay? But it's really ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? The media portrayed Modern Warfare as this big conglomerate of, you know, committing world genocide. And the thing that made Modern Warfare, you know, so much different was that they weren't afraid to dive into controversy with it this year. Obviously, there were some things they left out of the final build of the game that they couldn't put in it, but other than that, Modern Warfare went balls to the walls, and they didn't care. You know what I'm saying? And that was dope, right? But there are certain glaring issues that I had with Modern Warfare. I don't know why that alarm just went off. Don't get me for copyright, YouTube. Don't do it. That was an alarm, okay? But regardless of that, yeah, so in terms of, you know, the glaring issues that were in Modern Warfare, which we're going to talk about here in just a second, Modern Warfare was a really good game. You know, it had the potential to be one of the best Call of Duty games of all time, but there were just some things about it that I didn't like, and we're going to get into them in just a little bit, alright? Hope you guys enjoyed the first part of this gameplay. Now we're going to get into the more subjective things, the things that I didn't like about Modern Warfare, the things that I did like, what they could have done differently, and all that other good jazz. So 28-4 for this one. I was kind of camping in this first part of the gameplay. YouTube, please don't copyright strike me, okay? I didn't know the alarm was gonna go off. I didn't have no intentions of that happening. So yeah, I don't own copyrights to the song, obviously, because it's not mine. But regardless of that, I have a very interesting gameplay coming up here. This is a 60 kill gameplay that I got on Jungle, and there is one Hellstorm feed that you guys have to see, or I hope this is the gameplay right here where I dropped 60. I'm pretty sure it is. I'm gonna make sure all the sound aspects are right. Probably what I'm gonna have to do is sort of lower the volume. I'm gonna have to go back and adjust the gameplay accordingly to kind of mask what just went on there. But yeah, I didn't have any idea that was gonna happen there, so I apologize. Let me make sure the sound of this gameplay right here is good. Making sure everything's working fine. Alright, so we're gonna have to go back. I don't know why it does that for certain game plays, or for certain games it works really well, the sound and everything. I don't know why it's like that. Alright, make sure it's working. Alright, cool. So we're good. Alright. So now, let's go ahead and dive into the things that I didn't like, the things I did like, and what they could have done differently, and what I want to see from COD 2020. So, the things that I didn't like. Dead Silence was not a perk this year. And I just got done talking about this, that this was something different that they done in terms of the gameplay or whatever else. They changed up the gameplay so much, and they made it seem like we were playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare Rainbow Six Siege. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Rainbow Six, they have different operators and everything. Some of their operators can mute their footsteps or whatever else, or you know, their footsteps are maybe quieter than others, like Caviar or whatever. But Dead Silence not being a perk really messed up the gameplay for Modern Warfare 2019, and I absolutely hated it. From the leaks that we got from COD 2020, the early build of the game, they said, doesn't have Dead Silence, which I'm not very fond of. So I hope they put Dead Silence back in the game. And that was something I didn't like about Modern Warfare 2019, alright? Another thing that I didn't like about Modern Warfare 2019, the skill-based matchmaking was absolutely terrible. It ruined Modern Warfare 2019. Modern Warfare 2019 had such potential. Like, when I say it had a lot of potential to be one of the greatest Call of Duty games, it did. It did. I don't foresee them, you know, turning down the skill-based matchmaking, or, you know, catering to the moves or whatever else, because we live in a day and age where people are sensitive, and I'm gonna say that because I grew up playing Call of Duty where I didn't have specialist characters to help me out. I didn't have safe spaces and corners to hide in. No. Like, I hopped on Call of Duty 4 in World at War, and I got stumped a couple of times until I realized I had to practice to be great at the game. And that's one of the things that Modern Warfare didn't really do well, was let people practice and let people, you know, try and learn the flow of the game. Instead, they punish the good players by, you know, doing skill-based matchmaking and all that other good jazz, alright? Another thing I didn't like, the maps. The maps were absolutely garbage. Infinity Ward's maps, I don't consider them to be better than Treyarch's maps. Because Treyarch's maps, I don't know why I've done that either. I've done stupid stuff the last couple of gameplays or whatever else. But their maps, Infinity Ward's maps, don't compare to Treyarch's maps, because Treyarch's maps, they keep it simple, they're absolutely beautiful, and just the color palette, you know, is different, and that's why I give Treyarch the edge in terms of overall aesthetic and gameplay, just because their maps are more beautiful, they're more vibrant, and that's that, right? So the map design, absolutely terrible, and you know, that's that. The doors was another completely different thing. I can make a video just based off of the doors. You know what I'm saying? It added a level of randomness. It added, you know, the feature of the game slowing down to a halt at times because people wanted to camp and hide indoors. Now watch this hailstorm feed right here. I eliminated their whole team. Look at this. Bam. Look, you see that? You see that? You cannot get that in Modern Campfire, ladies and gentlemen. That's another thing. The streaks did not do well in the game because of the map design. It was absolutely terrible. If you got an AC-130 or a chopper gunner in the air, the maps catered to campers. Campers hid when you got kill streaks. The Spec Ops mode was garbage, and survival mode was garbage. I don't know why they made those PS4 exclusives, but hey, that's neither here nor there. Now let's talk about the good things. Crossplay was pretty dope. Modern Warfare 2019 was the first Call of Duty game to ever introduce crossplay. Do I anticipate crossplay coming back? Xbox Series X, series of consoles for the next gen. They might. We'll see. We'll have to see. The gunsmith was absolutely dope. I love the fact that you can make different M4s and different AK builds, caliber conversions. All that's real life operator stuff. Speaking of which, I love the fact that there was no specialist cheese. It was just straight on operators. You know, Ronan was added into the game, and he was a real life special ops operator. I know that's a lot to fit into a sentence. Special ops operator. But yeah, just the tactical, and I'm gonna put this in quotation marks, but you can't see it. Realism, the tactical realism of the game was absolutely dope, and it made Modern Warfare have some redeeming qualities. Speaking of tactical realism, the campaign, oh my god, and that was another thing that I loved about the game. The campaign mode was so beautiful. Modern Warfare 2019's campaign mode, for me, has to be a top 3 campaign of all time. I'm just saying, because the fact that they didn't stray away from controversy, the fact that they went balls to the walls with it, like the attack on Piccadilly, going through Townhouse, the mission where you go through and you sweep the house with, you know, the SAS operators. It was really dope. And, you know, obviously, when you take that flashback to where Hadir and Farah were kids, they made it so realistic to the point to where when you were a teenager with Farah, you know, they made the handling slower because, you know, obviously you put AK-47 in the hands of a 13 or 14-year-old, they're not really going to know what to do, right? And they just made it so realistic to a T, and that was one of the things that I loved about Modern Warfare was the campaign mode. Absolutely phenomenal. 10 out of 10. Masterpiece, knockout of the park. Another thing that I liked about Modern Warfare 2019, the storyline. They added, you know, new characters, and the characters just had so much flair to them, and they were absolutely dope, right? And they just, you know, made the game really good. So the characters as a whole were really good. Now, my final verdict on Modern Warfare 2019. Alright. 38-6 for this gameplay. I thought I dropped 60 this gameplay. I'm pretty sure I dropped 60 or something like that. I thought this was the gameplay where I dropped 60. I don't know. It might have been on another jungle thing or whatever, or another map. I forgot. But as of my final verdict on Modern Warfare 2019, alright? Modern Warfare 2019, in the sum of its parts, how do I say it? It could have been, yeah, this is the gameplay right here. we're gonna discuss my final verdict on it, and then we're gonna do you know things that I want to see in COD 2020, but we're gonna try and keep that to a minimum. I want to use at least half of this gameplay, or depending on how fast I can get through this gameplay, we'll probably use all of this gameplay, just because you don't see me drop 60 every now and then. I feel like Klay Thompson. I felt like Klay Thompson when I dropped this 60 kill gameplay right here, and I believe I was using the Rampart. Let me make sure the sound works really well. Oh my god, when the sound doesn't work, it's absolutely phenomenal. It's absolutely funny. Alright, so we're good. Final verdict. Modern Warfare 2019 has or had the potential to be one of the greatest Call of Duty games of all time. My boy Huntsman Scump, formerly known as Optic Scump, he threw Modern Warfare in the fire. He threw it in the trash. He said it was probably the worst Call of Duty game of all time that he's ever played. Some of his criticisms were respectable. Some of them were criticisms that I've had of the game and still will continue to have. But you can't, fully gauge how much potential this game had or has until you just really think about it. The fact that they made a brand new engine for this game, in quotation marks, I don't know if it is a brand new engine or not, or I don't know if they spiced it up or whatever, but the game just had so much potential, not just from the new engine aspect of the game, but the gunplay is really phenomenal. The gunsmith feature was absolutely dope. Like I said, the campaign, phenomenal, masterpiece, beautiful, right? But the skill-based matchmaking, the use of safe spaces, and just the overall abundance of hiding places, it made Modern Warfare, to me, a really hard game to come back to and play, right? That's why I kept coming back to Black Ops 4, because in this game right here, obviously, yeah, this keeps, like, I should just turn off both of my freaking phones, dude. Anyways, the point is, I just had to keep coming back to Black Ops 4 simply because of, I feel good playing Black Ops 4. You know what I'm saying? I feel trash. I feel like trash when I play Modern Warfare 2019. Alright? I feel like no matter how good I am at Call of Duty, and I'm not the best Call of Duty player in the world, but I'm not trash either, right? No matter how good you think you are in Modern Warfare 2019, bro, like, the skill-based matchmaking is so thick. It is like gummy thick. It is like Summer Walker thick. It is like grits, like a pile of grits thick. It is like molasses in syrup thick. You know what I'm saying? It's like quicksand thick. It's a lot of thick. You know what I'm saying? It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't know why skill-based matchmaking was emphasized so heavy in this game. I don't know if Joe Seasot and all the developers at Modern Warfare or Infinity Ward just wanted noobs to be great, but this is not the time nor the place for noobs to be great. And like I said in the previous gameplay, I had to adjust. I had to practice. I had to get better at the game. Hell, when Black Ops 4 first came out, I was trash. right? Like, I was barely keeping a positive win-loss ratio. My KD wasn't that high. But then I kept playing the game. I understood how things worked in the game. I found teammates to play with that were really good. Cousin John and Bartolo and Alex and Cousin Malik and all the guys that we played with. They made my experience in Black Ops 4 that much better, right? Playing with friends is probably one of the things that you can do to better facilitate your gameplay, right? To better, you know, understand the game and to help you out, right? As you can see in this gameplay, I don't have nobody helping me out. I'm having to do all this by myself, right? But I've practiced and I put so much time into Black Ops 4 that I could hop on and get, you know, 40 kill games, 50 kill games, 60 kill games by myself and not have a problem with it. Modern Warfare 2019 punished good players and rewarded bad players with, like I said, skill-based matchmaking, the safe spaces. The map design was absolutely terrible. But at the end of the day, Modern Warfare 2019 is a phenomenally sound game, other than the packet loss and other than the connectivity issues being garbage and whatever else, because they prioritize skill over connection, which is one thing that I also didn't like about the game. You can't underestimate how good the gunplay was in Modern Warfare 2019. How good the campaign was, you know, how phenomenal the storyline was, the introduction of new characters. Hell, they don't even have microtransactions in the game. They don't have a supply drop system in the game, which is what we wanted for the longest amount of time in Call of Duty. So we got it, right? That was one of the redeeming qualities of Modern Warfare 2019, right? But all in all, Modern Warfare 2019 was one of those games where it was, what's the word for it? You anticipate so much, yet you don't get what you pay for, right? It's like you see this girl in person. She's like, I'm gonna use a better analogy, right? She's like that fine wine supermodel wife that looks good. She's got, you know, everything, qualities, like physical qualities wise, that you could want in a female, but she can't cook, she can't clean, she don't work, she's lazy. That's Modern Warfare 2019 in a nutshell, right? Watch this, I get crazy distance. But all in all, Modern Warfare had the potential to be great, and they wasted that potential. But it's still a relatively decent game. As far as what I want to see in COD 2020, do not make the same mistake that Modern Warfare 2019 did. Prioritize connection over skill. Don't have skill-based matchmaking in the game. Please have dead silence as a perk. I'm not gonna say it again. Right? I've already put out my wish list for COD 2020. Go check that out. It's on the channel. But don't make me have to go back to Black Ops 4 for the third year in a row. Don't make me have to do it, because I will. I love Black Ops 4. Alright? If I have to fresh start my account all over again just to get a better experience, I will. But don't make me go back to Black Ops 4. Alright? Also, the gunsmith system was actually pretty dope. I know probably that's going to be harder to bring back just because Treyarch isn't really well known for being a tactical game. They're more just out there to be out there. They're more of a gritty style game, but having that gunsmith system was absolutely dope. Bring back some iconic weapons, some iconic maps. Don't remaster, you know, Firing Range and Jungle again. Give us maps that we've never seen before, right? Give us Hanoi. Give us Raid. Give us Standoff. Give us these maps that we've been longing for to return, yet we haven't got. Give us the weapons that we also want to see come back. The AN-94. The MSMC, well, depending on if it's a Cold War game or not, which I'm pretty sure it is, they're probably not going to add these futuristic weapons in the game, but just make sure the weapons are iconic and they have some personal attachment to them. Alright, other than that, have a theater mode, have a good campaign mode, good weapon camos, and all that, but that just basically sums up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a little bit longer of a video than I probably anticipated it being. I apologize about the music playing in the background. It just happens. Alright, I didn't mean to do that. But regardless of that, I hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay though. 60-16 for the final gameplay. Had to kind of find it. Had to kind of find the gameplay, but hope you guys enjoyed it. If y'all did, don't forget to click that like button and also subscribe to the channel if you're new. Turn on your post notifications so that way you don't miss a video when I upload. Let me know how the sound quality was in this gameplay. I just got some additional funding today. I got paid, ladies and gentlemen. I got paid, so now I can go get some good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Not the bad good stuff. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, let me know if the sound quality was good. I might invest in a pop filter of sorts. I actually need to be going to go get like a PC or whatever else, so that way I can get an Elgato and I can actually start editing my gameplays and make them a whole lot better for you guys. But regardless of that, let me know what y'all thought about the video, man. Drop some comments down below. Was there anything that I missed in terms of, you know, talking about Modern Warfare 2019? What are some things that you guys want to see in COD 2020? Drop your ideas in the comment section below. I was looking at sort of the channel analytics yesterday, and my views or my watch time has been dropped 40%, which is a lot. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had to work hard to get these gameplays. Finding the motivation to play Black Ops 4 is hard sometimes. You know, as much as I love it, it's just not what is popping in, you know, the gaming community now. So getting gameplay for it is oftentimes strenuous. So I hope you guys enjoyed it though. But regardless of that, man, y'all stay motivated, stay dedicated. Oh, and before I forget, the personal vlog, I might go on ahead and upload that in just a little bit, showcasing my tattoos, because I know you guys want to see them. So be on the lookout for that personal vlog going up in just a little bit. But regardless of that, y'all stay motivated, stay dedicated, always have that mama mentality, and I'll check you guys out in the next one. Peace out.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face. Tell me that you love me, even if it's